What is up, you guys? It's Jess, and I am bringing you pretty much 5 songs that I've been obsessed with since I first heard them. I will admit some of these are older, but they are new to me, so they're going to be added to this playlist. And I apologize, I realized like halfway through making this list that all of these 5 songs are from Hopeless Records artists, so I guess you could say this is a Hopeless Records appreciation video. So before I keep rambling on about everything, let's get into this playlist. So it was announced, I would say about 5 or 6 months ago, that Tonight Alive was being brought into the Hopeless Records family. I have been a Tonight Alive fan probably for, I would say, 3-4 years. It was said that they were going to be working with Hopeless Records. I was honestly super stoked about it. I love Hopeless Records. I love everything they stand for. And to have Tonight Alive come in and be a part of the family, it's absolutely amazing. I'm super excited for the upcoming album that is currently, I believe it's already been made, but it hasn't been set to release yet. But when it comes, I will definitely be on the lookout for it. The song I've been obsessed with was the only really song that they've released after signing to Hopeless Records. It's a song called World Away. I honestly think it is a great step for Tonight Alive. The vocals are absolutely amazing. Jenna does a really great job. It's not as kind of harder as some of their older stuff. You can definitely tell that they've kind of matured. And I was absolutely blown away by World Away, and I'm so glad that Tonight Alive is with the Hopeless Records family. I definitely think that it will be a great step in their career, and I'm super ready for the next album. So I was kind of debating on whether I wanted to put a Neck Deep song on this list, but being that they did release their brand new album, The Peace and the Panic, about a month ago, I broke down and added a song to it. It was kind of hard deciding which one I wanted to put on there because the album is really great, but I was pretty much kind of taken back when I heard In Bloom. It was one of my favorites from this album. It's definitely a different feel for Neck Deep, and it definitely felt like it was vulnerable. It was a very different spot that they were put in for this song, and the video is absolutely beautiful. It's got a lot of pastel colors. Not gonna lie, I was kind of really loving it. But it's definitely a beautiful song. Ben actually sings it really well, surprisingly, especially for it kind of being not as, I would say, hyped up as maybe some of their older kind of more pop punk songs. Bloom has a lot of great qualities, and I've been in love with it since I heard it. There's no doubt about it. So I kind of jumped on this band's music a little bit late. This is one of the bands that I had seen at Warped Tour. I actually got to catch their full set, and the song that I choose is Soul Addiction by Sylar. Sylar is kind of it's a lot out of my element. I'm used to so much pop punk and pop rock music, so when I heard Sylar, I was kind of out of my element because they're kind of more hardcore, metalcore, rapcore, harder music than what I'm used to. And when I saw their set, I was actually really blown away because they were so interactive with the crowd. I got some really great shots of the band, and I was pretty much on the barricade for the entire show. They had kind of a small crowd when I first got there, but as they started playing, you could definitely tell people were really into them because they just kept flocking from nowhere, and I turned around and there was just people behind me moshing. But Soul Addiction really got me because depending on which version you actually hear, if you hear the radio edit, it's got more cleaner vocals to it, but if you hear the actual studio version on Spotify that's actually on the Help album, you will actually hear more scream vocals. And either way, each version is great. You can kind of understand the lyrics a little bit more, obviously, with the cleaner version, but I still think the scream factor to the song works either way. But it's absolutely an amazing song. I love the way that it mixes clean and scream vocals. I've only seen a couple of the bands do it for me. I don't listen to a whole lot of scream music. I don't listen to a whole lot of scream vocalists. Even though a lot of people think I do, there's only like a few bands that I actually listen to. There's like Issues, A Day to Remember, and a few others, but Silers became one of my favorites, and I'm so glad that I added them to the list of bands that I really enjoy, and just because they're on Hopeless Records makes it so much greater for my love for them. Next one, I actually caught a little bit of Trophy Eyes' set at Warped Tour, and I was really taken aback when they had performed Chlorine. It was definitely a song that stuck with me. I actually learned it a little bit afterwards. I covered it, but I don't think it's up to standards. But the song itself is absolutely amazing. But when I heard Chlorine, I definitely looked into more Trophy Eyes, but Chlorine was kind of the stepping stone for me for Trophy Eyes. And obviously they're on Hopeless Records, and it just makes it all that more sweet. So the last song I'm going to add on this list is by a brand new Hopeless Records signee. It is a band called Between You and Me. I actually knew about this band when they were just making covers on YouTube, and I was super stoked that they got signed. I was waiting on a record label to pick them up, and Hopeless Records came and saved the day, and honestly I couldn't be happier with the choice of this band. But they released the first single. It's called Overthinking. It's absolutely amazing. A lot of people are trying to compare it to Neck Deep as maybe like a diet version. Honestly, I don't think that's the case. Between You and Me has been one of my favorite cover bands. They made some really great covers of State Champs and stuff like that. A lot of pop punk. But when they signed to Hopeless Records and released Overthinking, I was totally blown away. I knew what this band was capable of, and I was super excited to see what else they were going to release. And I'm super ready for whatever else they put out. So yeah, 5 songs, 5 artists. They all happen to be from Hopeless Records. Sorry if, you happen to not like it, but it's just 5 songs that I've kind of been listening to since they came out. Hopeless Records is an amazing record label. They're super interactive with their fans, and they've got great artists on. But no, yeah, definitely check out Hopeless Records, check out their artists. You never know what bands you're going to like, what bands you're going to find, and you never know, you might actually find your new favorite band. But no, 5 songs that I definitely love: World Away from Tonight Alive, In Bloom, Neck Deep, Soul Addiction from Siler, Chlorine from Trophy Eyes, and Overthinking by Between You and Me, one of the newer signees to Hopeless Records. But yeah, definitely check them out. Definitely drop a listen, drop a like, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, if there's nothing else, I'm Jess. See you later.